Is your hair stuck at the same length? And are you struggling to grow long hair? If your answer is yes, please keep watching because in today's video we'll be looking at some hair care and length retention practices of women who have been able to grow their hair unusually long. And by the end of this video, you will 1. Know exactly what to do to take your hair from where it is now to where you want it to be. 2. You will gain valuable information that will optimize the success of your natural hair journey. Your hair will never do well if you are hateful toward it. When you hate something, it's more of a burden to you than a blessing. So the first step in growing your hair, in taking care of it, is to love it. You have to come to a place where you accept your texture, where you accept every aspect of your hair. So if it is black or brown, coily, curly, 4C or 4B, appreciate that about it so you can work with your hair. The sooner you begin to love your hair is the sooner you learn how to care for it and understand the specific needs of your hair. I know you might see people with some hair types and wish you had that hair type because it seems easier to deal with, it seems more beautiful, but never look down on what you have or compare. These women would have never gotten to the point they are today if they dwelled on what other people have instead of focusing on what they have. You can admire other people's hair, but let that admiration be a motivation to bring out the best in your hair and not a distraction that has you treating your hair badly or thinking and speaking negatively about it. They take care of their hair themselves, and that goes from washing, styling to maintaining their own hair. The truth is, nobody can understand and care for your hair the way you can. And I know this is difficult for some because you might struggle with styling your own hair. But let me tell you this, do not give up. Just keep practicing. And I can tell you from experience that one day you will get to that point where you are comfortable with styling your hair and confident with how it looks. I used to be so dependent on people to do my hair until one day I asked a family member and she told me no. She was the only one I was allowing in my hair, and so I was hurt, like really hurt. But my hair needed to be done because I had school that week. So you know what I did? I stayed up until 2 p.m. that night struggling to do my hair. And that was my first attempt at 2-strand twist. And of course it came out a mess. But I wore it proudly at school that week. I did it myself. And from that time, I never ever asked anyone to do my hair. Whenever it needed to be done, I did it myself, and over time, I got better at twisting. Each time I do them, they came out better than the previous set. So keep practicing and being intentional about getting better. It's best when you handle your hair because you can determine and gauge what's good, bad, too much or too rough for your hair without feeling guilty. And I say guilty because a lot of naturals who entrust their hair in the hands of stylists stay silent and allow these people to do and treat their hair however they feel like they would be being disrespectful or impolite if they were to speak out to say, "You're being too rough, you're breaking my hair, I'm tender-headed." And you shouldn't have to feel guilty about telling someone how to treat your hair when it's yours and you're spending your money. So I think to avoid this, these women take care of their hair themselves. Indigenous Strands hair is almost at her knees, and can you believe her routine is as simple as using aloe vera and castor oil to moisturize, flaxseed to seal her ends, and for her shampoo she uses apple cider vinegar. Her routine is very minimal. It doesn't involve a shelf of products. She just uses a few stuff that works well for her hair. And she's just one example from the number of women who've been able to grow long hair. All of them have something similar, and that is a simple routine. You won't find them trying out a new product or a new DIY every week. The things that they have found works for them, they stick to that, and they're very intentional about maintaining the simplicity of their hair care routine. They limit manipulation, so they're not in their hair every day, detangling it and doing a new style. What I notice is that they put their hair in a style that doesn't require them touching their hair frequently. And these styles are usually simple, tension-free hairstyles that are easy to install and easy to take down. For example, 2-strand twist, sometimes mini twist, sometimes chunky twist, as well as braids. And they leave these styles in for 2 weeks and sometimes even up to a month. The less you touch your hair is better for it, for manipulation causes breakage, and breakage will make it difficult for you to see that your hair is growing. They're gentle with their hair. In fact, some of them don't even use a comb. For example, my natural academia, she solely finger detangles. Finger detangling is way gentler on the hair than using a comb, as you can feel the knots and the tangles and carefully loosen them, causing minimal to no breakage. Chart Umar only detangles on her wash day while a conditioner is in her hair, and that's the only time she uses a comb. Apart from that, she uses only her fingers. And you won't find these ladies using just any comb to detangle. If they use a comb, they specifically use a wide tooth comb. They're intentional about preserving the health and the length of their hair, so even their products have to be gentle. It has to have ingredients that aren't harsh and causing damage to the hair, and so they use natural butters, oils, and products with natural ingredients that they either make themselves, is made by a fellow natural, or by a company that has natural hair women in mind. They keep their hair stretched, and this has been one of the top key reasons why these ladies have been able to grow their hair long. As magical as shrinkage may seem, it's one of the worst states to leave your hair in, especially for too long. For as your hair shrinks, it starts to tangle and it starts to form knots, both big and small, that can be extremely difficult to get out without damaging your hair. I want you to embrace your shrinkage in the sense that when you see your hair shrink, know that it's naturally a part of your hair and it's a sign of health. But what I don't want you to do is to encourage your hair to shrink. Practices like washing your hair loose, wearing afros, and pineapple puffs daily encourages shrinkage. These women always wash their hair in sections. They put their hair in 4 to 6, sometimes 8 to 10 sections, and you'll see some of them twist the sections while some of them use a clip or something to hold it up so it doesn't get mixed up with the rest of the hair. And they take down one section, shampoo it individually, put it back in twist or clip it to keep it separated, take down another section, do the same thing, and they continue to work in sections until they are through with their entire wash day. They also don't wear their hair out often, which is why you'll see them mostly in protective style, because protective style also helps to keep the hair stretched. Whenever they wear their hair out, it's just for a short period of time, like a few days, and then they're back in protective styles again. I know when I said the word stretched, a lot of people might have thought about heat, but these women, they limit the use of heat. The way in which they stretch their hair includes mainly eat less. Stretching your hair is to keep it elongated, which helps to greatly reduce shrinkage, because some people will still experience a little shrinkage even when they stretch their hair. But the point is, you don't need heat to stretch your hair. You can use flat, you can use twist, and you can even use satin scrunchies. I'm going to make a video very soon showing you how I stretch my hair. They try to be healthy on the inside as well. Linsaychris is big on health. She drinks a lot of teas. She uses a lot of herbs in her hair care, and exercising and eating healthy is a big part of her routine. Hair growth is not just external, it's internal. Your hair might grow from your scalp, but your scalp needs nutrients, it needs vitamins to produce healthy, strong hair. So it is imperative that you eat healthy and drink enough water, because you might get the nutrients from the food, but the water is what helps to distribute those nutrients to the various areas in your body, and that includes your scalp as well.